So in this problem, the turbine rotor of the ship has a mass 3,500 kg. It has a radius of gyration, which is a 0.45 meter, and the speed 3000 RPM. So this is speed for the propeller. So the 3000 RPM, it is the speed of the propeller or the turbine, and it is rotating in the clockwise direction when it is observed from the stern end, that is from the rear end. We have to determine the gyroscopic couple, and the condition given is when the ship is steering to the left on the curve path of 100-meter radius at the speed of 36 kmph. So this 36 kmph, it is the linear speed of the ship. So we will take this as a V. Okay. So you can see here in the picture the actual condition. So I think it is a left turn. So that condition will match with this picture. So only difference is you can't see here the turbine or the propeller. So I will draw that. So assume this is a propeller. Okay. The ship is taking the left turn. So if you observe from the top direction, then you can observe this left turn. Okay. And it is taking the turn around the curve path. So if I draw this imaginary path, so for this path, there will be some center. So from this center, this radius is given as R. Okay. So I will draw this from the top view. So this is this. So this is center. And as the ship is taking the left turn, so this is the curve path. Okay. And this is the ship. This is the propeller. It is taking the left turn. So this diagram, it is drawn by observing from the top direction. This is the radius, that is the R, and that 36 kmph, which is the linear speed. So that speed is nothing but, this is the speed, V. It is the speed with which ship is moving in the forward direction. Okay, so it is a sailing speed. So this is a V, which is 36 kmph. You can convert this in meter per second. So this is 10 meter per second. Just multiply this by 5 by 8. Okay, so that will be in meter per second. Okay, so question is we have to find out the C value. So formula is I omega into omega P. Okay, so what is given in this problem? Omega, it is the angular speed for the turbine or the propeller. So it is given not directly, but RPM is given. We can convert that RPM into omega. I is indirectly given because mass is given and radius of gyration is given. Okay. So here we have to find out the omega P value. Okay. So omega P is nothing but the angular velocity of precession. So that angular velocity of precession. So what is meaning of precession? When we are changing the direction of the axis of spin about the perpendicular axis. Okay. So that angular velocity is nothing but the angular velocity of precession. So while taking the left turn, this is your axis of spin. Okay. So when we are taking the left turn, we will continuously change its orientation about this perpendicular axis. Okay, so it is quite difficult to show that perpendicular axis because we have drawn this from the top view. So this is perpendicular axis, that is z axis. So just imagine so this is the axis of spin at the beginning of the motion. Okay, so assume this as a x and take this point as a O. So OX, it is the direction of the axis of spin or initial angular momentum. After half cycle, this is the orientation of the shape. So the axis of spin, it will change the direction. Okay. So this is the gradual precession motion of the axis of spin. And this is the shape movement. So after half cycle or half rotation, the axis of spin, it will change the direction by 180 degree. And again, after remaining half cycle, the axis of spin, it will get aligned with the initial vector. Okay, so that means the angular velocity of precession, which is omega p, we can find out by using the formula V is equal to R into omega. Okay, so this is the formula for this formula V is equal to R into omega. So it gives the relation between linear speed and the angular speed. So omega is equal to this V upon R. Okay, so V, this value is 10 meter per second. And what is R? So we have to take this as a R. So this R value, it is given in the problem 100 meter. So this is equal to, so this is 0.1 radian per second. So this is the value for omega p, that is a precession velocity. Now we will find out the moment of inertia. So this moment of inertia is equal to mass into radius of gyration square. So it is a mk square. So mass is given as a 3500 kg, and this radius of gyration, this is given as a 0.45 meter. So this value, this is equal to, this is 708.75 kg meter square. Okay, so this is the mass moment of inertia for the turbine, and the omega value, that is the angular speed or angular velocity of the turbine. So this is equal to 2 pi n upon 60. So 2 pi into this capital N, this is equal to 3000 RPM. So this value is 314.2. And the gyroscopic couple, which is a C, this is I omega into omega p. So this is equal to 708.75 into 314.2 into the omega p value. This is equal to 0.1. Okay. So calculate this value. So this is equal to 22,268.92 Newton meter. So this is equal to 22.27 approximately kilonewton meter. So this is the value of gyroscopic couple during the steering motion. When the ship is taking the left turn and the propeller is rotating in the clockwise direction when it is observed from the rear end. Okay, so if you want, you can draw this diagram so that you can understand the relation between linear velocity and the angular velocity of precession. So in this formula, V is equal to R omega. Omega is actually precision velocity, so it is omega p. And this R is nothing but the capital R. That is the radius of the curve path. Okay, so now we have to decide the effect. So to decide the effect of that gyroscopic couple, we have to draw the angular momentum diagram. Okay. Okay, so this is the naval ship. This is the stern, that is the rear end, and this is the bow, that is the front end. The observer looking at the ship from the rear end, okay, from this end, he observes that the propeller is rotating in the clockwise direction. Okay. So from this direction, if it is a clockwise, from the front end, it will be anti-clockwise. So this is the direction for the propeller. So this is a omega. Okay. So as this is a omega, the angular momentum, it is directed like this. So this is the initial angular momentum L. Okay. Suppose this is the axis of spin. So this is the X. This is Y axis in the plane of water. And there is one perpendicular axis. So this is Z. Okay. Now when we are taking the left turn, so we will try to rotate the complete ship or the axis of spin by providing the extra torque along this direction. So it is a left turn. So for the left turn, we have to apply the torque like this. Okay, that is along the Z axis. Therefore, it will cause the precession motion about the Z axis. So when we are applying the torque on the complete shape, or on the axis of spin of this propeller, we will get the angular momentum vector along this direction. So this is as per the thumb rule. Okay. So thumb will be like this. You have to curl the finger in this direction. So this is the thumb. And here, curl the finger in this direction. So this is the thumb direction. So while taking the left turn, we will add the momentum along this vector. So this is the extra momentum gets added in the system. Now this momentum which is added in the system, it is not in the XY plane. It is parallel to Z axis. Okay. And therefore, the propeller shaft, it will try to align along this vector, that is a diagonal. So this is the final momentum L dash. So while taking the left turn, because of the gyroscopic couple, so gyroscopic couple, it will act in this direction. Okay, so it will try to rotate the shaft which was along L to L dash. So the effect will be the bow end, it will move in the upward direction, and this turn, that is the rear end, it will move in the downward direction. So this is the effect because of the gyroscopic couple while taking the left turn. So you can write in the effect, you have to draw this diagram. So without this vector diagram, you cannot predict the effect. So effect will be the bow end will move in the upward direction, and this turn, it will move in the downward direction. Okay, so this effect, it is only for left turn, and the propeller is rotating in the clockwise direction observed from the rear side. So from the stern side, if you observe, so direction will be anti-clockwise. So I have shown that direction. So in order to find out this DL, we have to draw this torque vector. So actually this is not a vector, it is just an direction. Vector is along this direction, along Z direction. Okay. And the second condition given in the problem, it is about the pitching motion. So this is the second condition given when the ship is pitching with the simple harmonic motion with time period 40 seconds of that motion, and the maximum angular displacement is 6 degree, and the condition is bow is falling down. Okay, so this condition is given so that we can predict the gyroscopic effect. So during pitching, what happens? Ship takes left turn or right turn automatically. So we have to decide whether the ship will take left turn or right turn, and it depends on this condition, whether the bow is falling down or bow is moving in the upward direction. So note down what is given in the problem. So phi is given, which is the maximum angle. So we have to refer that derivation. Then time period is given. So capital T, this is 40 seconds. So why the time period is given? With the time period, you can find out the precision value. So omega p, its formula is phi into omega 1. Okay, so omega 1, it is the angular frequency during that simple harmonic motion. And this omega 1, it depends on the time period. So it is a 2 pi upon capital T. So this is equal to this 2 pi upon 40. So this is equal to 0.157 radian per second. This is omega 1 value. Phi is given directly 6 degree. So convert this in terms of radian. So this is equal to 6 into pi by 180. So this is 0.105 radian. And now you can find out this precision velocity. So it is a 0.105 into 0.157. So this is equal to 0.0165 radian per second. So this is omega p value. So after omega p, just put the value in this formula. C is equal to I omega into omega p. So we have just calculated the omega p value. Now this omega value, it is nothing but the propeller speed, and it is given in the problem. I we have calculated, just refer the last case. I will remain same. So it is equal to 708.75 into omega we have calculated, it is equal to 314.2 into omega p value is 0.0165. So this total value, this is 3675 Newton meter. Okay, so this is equal to 3.675 kilonewton meter. So this is the magnitude of the gyroscopic couple during the pitching motion when the front end, that is the bow end, is falling down. Now we have to decide the effect, whether the ship takes the left turn automatically or the right turn. So this is the direction of angular velocity for this propeller. Okay. Now the bow end is falling down. That means the precession motion about this horizontal axis, that is the y-axis. Okay. So along this axis, the extra torque is applied on the ship so that the front end it will fall down. So this is the torque, and because of this torque, some momentum is added in this direction. So this is a dl. Okay, initial momentum is along this direction. So just shift this vector like this. So the final momentum of the propeller or propeller shaft, it is along this direction. So this is L dash and L. Okay, and therefore the ship it will take the right turn. So this is small momentum dl because of the torque. L is the initial angular momentum because of the angular velocity omega. and L dash is the final momentum. So the propeller axis, it will try to align along this axis, along the L dash, and it will take the right turn automatically during the pitching in the downward direction. So you can write in the effect, ship will take right turn automatically. Because gyroscopic couple. So what is the axis of gyroscopic couple? So we have to draw the perpendicular z axis. And this is the gyroscopic couple. Okay, so this is the gyroscopic couple axis. This axis, this is called as a precession axis. So that omega p that we have calculated, it is about this axis. So this is omega p. Okay. So today we will stop here. In the next lecture, we will see the gyroscopic effect on the aeroplane and on the two-wheeler. Okay.